Today we're going to talk about the middle part of the day, and I'm talking about the lunchtime. There is a lot of things that people think, do, not do, and I wanted to summarize, at least from my perspective. And except this technical part, we're going to do some demonstration of, you know, what I'm doing at lunchtime and what can be done. So what am I looking for first when lunchtime? Again, it's pretty vague, it's not that exactly at 12 o'clock, 11:59, you think Wall Street is shut down. It's not going to happen. So sometimes, lunchtime can be a part that everything can still be moving amazing, and sometimes it's a sleepover. So the first thing I'm looking for is stocks with trends. And I want to see kind of a pullback. So sometimes the process is I'm identifying the stocks in the middle of the process and I'm starting to have a list of stocks. It's not that I'm going to look for a trade immediately, I'm going to get it. You need to be much more patient. So I'm looking and start collecting a list of stocks. And we have enough time, like at least 2 hours plus, so we can actually see a stock with trends. So if it's a tight, narrow range, side move, something like this, it's not going to be on my list. When I define a trend, I want to see um, some earlier move. So again, if it's sleepy stocks, 0.5%, whatever, side move a little bit up, down. I want to see, sometimes I can go back even to my list from the first part of the day to see what's happened. If I left it and see how it's going to be, because sometimes, it's a late bloomers. Um, Definitely I want to watch the market because market can actually destroy or sometimes can help. So if the trend continue or something happen in the markets, it's a beautiful uh, push up for some of the stocks and specific sectors. This is something really important because I can immediately have a list of sectors, so immediately I can see which sector is and strong. I prefer not to take breakouts. At least I, statistically, low percentage of success, break up unless, it's kind of suddenly a boom. I can call it intraday momentum stocks and then, different approach. This is the best time to use, the screeners. Beginning of the day, I prepare from the pre-market stocks, and sometimes they can take my attention a lot of times. I don't have a lot of time to go back to the screener. This is exactly the time, I can do every like 30 minutes or so, going through the top 20, everything, just to go to be familiar with stocks and maybe see great opportunities. Sometimes there's nothing, guys. Learn to live with that. Sometimes there's nothing you're gonna do, and you're waiting and nothing happened. And I have suggestion. Now, this is something, for example, last week, lunchtime. This is a stock that it's on my list. See the daily. Lot of momentum in the last few days. Oops. And got an amazing, you see a nice trend, a side move, and as I was saying to you, that was that was the entry here, and I even add above the breakout. So again, I told you I don't like breakout, but when you have daily like this and a gap and tons of institutional, definitely. If this is our 34th session, if it's interested you, uh, I want to share with you something. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to take a few minutes to rant, but now what are you going to do to get better? Will you turn that frustration into fuel to do the work? That will make you a better trader. How you answer will be seen in your future P&L. If you're interested to get better, to build a strong, solid trading plan, risk management, trade with me live, analyze between what you do in order to get you to be a better trader, I think this is a place for you. Join me to my mentoring program. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, how to trade it? Sizing can be between, as you can see, half size, partial three quarters, depend on the trade. It's really depends. Again, when you have kind of a doubt, there's no doubt. Always you can do some size and add after. But sometimes, not support of the market, there is a nice, but still no problem to do, not a full size. Momentum trade, for example, I show you the BBIO with 2 days momentum can be traded with a fair regular size, really like it's the beginning of the day. Sometimes there is nothing, guys. Learn to live with that. I'm repeating that because you're gonna see that you need to be aware of over trading. This is the best time for that, really. And it sucks. It sucks because except it costs you, it can actually demoralize your everything that you did. You can destroy immediately the great thing that you did. So you definitely be well. It's the best time, for example, if there's nothing to do. Journal what you do. Review your trades. Get yourself a note. Get the best time for this part of the day. And best time to research. Put in effort to get better. Read things that forget to do. Yeah, this is a crucial time. When the market is all open, it doesn't mean that you have to trade 6.5 hours. Okay. And if again nothing, finish, just go away. Just go away. You're gonna thank yourself later. Lunchtime. What am I looking for? First, I can go here to the groups and actually locate the sector that are pretty strong, energy, financial, and then I can go into details to those stocks, and then I can see which is the weaker now. Definitely because market now is SPY is closing gap and Nasdaq is pretty down. I will start with the losing the sector, the healthcare and the technology, and then I will go to the energy and financial. Now, another thing that I like to do is called like a maps here. I'm doing all kind of things. It's kind of showing me which are the exception stocks that are strong, exception that are weak. I'm writing myself notes, so I can actually see, okay, so I know that all the Tesla and all the EV and are pretty low today, just to get a lot of ideas. Now, after I'm going there, I can go, for example, um, to the technology. Let me change it to the technology and start going over and see by one all the stocks in order to, you know, these are the momentum stock that have meaning today, more volume. I would like to see more percentage, and then when I'm going, I'm just going flipping between the sector. After that, I'm going to go to the top 20. So I have kind of a routine in order to find, and if I'm going over and there's nothing, go to eat something, to watch TV, do something else, because we are doing here for a certain purpose, not just because we are bored. For a reversal, I don't want to look for something like this. SE a little bit late. Most of the time is the search. You just need to see something that actually catch your eyes, really. For example, just a little bit before we started, um, start this recording, I did this reversal here on TSM. So I got this small area here. Stop was around here, and again, see what happened here. It was broke this low, gave me opportunity, nice partial, then came back again. Look at this, beautiful. I even add a little bit, but then see what happened. Start to be a lower high. Basically, it showed that strength. Definitely, when you see something like this, boom, take some profit, and above here, throw everything. So those are the things that usually I'm looking for. See Billy, nothing there. I'm going to the momentum, to the upper side. Again, lots of stock there, so I don't want to close all the option. So this is part when you see hundreds of stocks, really hundreds of stocks. You see a lot of side move, not interested, not interested. Again, nothing really here. You want to see something. For example, in the first part of the day, today I trade GM. So GM, why? Because look at F. F was a stock that I did today. It was on the momentum list. Did beautifully. So I went to see another electric car, GM. So I saw it here. I waited for the first retracement view up. You don't need more than this. And then just beautiful. Look at this on the 15. Poetry. So it's a little bit sometimes difficult more to find it on launch, but definitely again we are looking for. Okay, let's see what we see here. AJL 2560. We have pretty small stop here. What is the high? 80. Barely 1 to 2. Not really my type. I want to see something that is pretty strong. Let's go now to the sectors. So we have the healthcare and we have the technology on the weak side. So let's start with the healthcare. Represent an up less than this, careless. I want to see a momentum. ZTS, TGTX. It is there, and VTA. Okay, NVTA. So when I'm seeing something like this, it came exactly to where I want, but let's see if we have a good risk reward. So we have around very small stop, and not bad. Again, for this type of trade, you need to finish to see this this 5 minutes, and basically, let's see it over on the 15. You see, this is something that it's when I had a conflict. It's not a conflict. I'm not. On the 15, it looks like you want to continue, and you can see the high volume when you're going up. On the 5 minutes, for example, you can say, okay, here 5 cents stop, boom. But then, you know, it can be boom, 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 and you can be out. So NVTA, I'm going to put it on the watch list, but right now there's nothing. And we have Exas. Okay, Exas is very interesting. You know why? Because look at this on the 15. A lot of volume here. Okay, so a lot of volume, and definitely it's supposed to be on the watch list. Why? Because now it's on the view up. If it's breaking this level, care less. But again, it can do a side move here, and then If it's breaking back down here, definitely you can see we have a great risk reward. Let's see the daily. It's a downtrend. Okay, it's a downtrend stock. Again, excess. Put it on the watch list. And then I'm putting the chart for the watch list. Let's see technology if we see something. STNE, net, and it's on and on. I can stay with you here like too much, you're gonna get bored. But the process is sometimes, yeah, sometimes you can go over a process, and at the end maybe you can take 1 or 2 shares, and nothing will happen, and it's fine. You know, we are trading only what we see. Holy knife is one of the strategy that's a little bit more advanced, that you actually can take advantage of a situation that happened and make a nice profit. But if you want to learn how to trade, how to prepare for the trade, how to use risk management, analyze your results, and cause your trading to be better, join me to my mentoring one-on-one, which you're going to do everything live, trade, do the technical, in order to cause you to be a better than you are. The 2 stocks that we saw earlier, NVTA, remember exactly to the VIAP was a small stop, 6 cents, working pretty nice, pretty nice. Yeah, again, you need to take the right size for this, but again, a trend, we see a pullback, we see good risk reward. Again, it's all about your trading plan. And another one that we actually saw was Exas. Double top on the VWAP under 78 and looking pretty good. And again, the risk reward is looking very good. So again, sometimes you're not going to find anything. Sometimes it's going to work pretty good. Main focus going forward. Lunch can be tradable, but not the same as, the first part, the second part, whatever. Don't think that Wall Street fully closed for lunch every day. Things, trades are being made. Sometimes less aggressive from the opening, but still, things can happen. Identify whether there is or isn't something to do. Crucial. Don't overtrade. And use the lunchtime routine. You're going to see, you saw that, at least for me, screeners, list, going over, you need to have a routine. And of course, let it grow. Expert is someone who, over many years, manages to remain confident enough to keep trying and humble enough to keep learning. James Clear. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And everything we are doing here is because we need to crush our limited beliefs.